Hello, happy Saturday morning. This is Carolyn from the Badass Creation headquarters. We renamed our headquarters. It's no longer just the Badass Creatrix's headquarters, it's the Badass Creation headquarters because Paul and I joined forces. We're gonna co-create together from now on, right? So, for those of you that see me for the first time, my name is Carolyn Hauser. At the beginning of this year, I set out on a journey committed to really making this the year that I'm allowing myself to have those things come true that I've been saying I wanted for a long time. And so those things were having true love and being with my divine partner, finding a home and finding the place where I love living, and being in community. Those three things. And I had a sense that they were all connected. And at the end of last year, I left a relationship because it was clear that that was not working. Put all my stuff in storage, ready to go on an adventure and willing to go anywhere in the world to find the man, find the place, and find the community. And if you've been following me, you know it didn't take very long. Paul and I met in March, and we got engaged in April. And yeah, we're actually getting married. I'm going to share this with you. We're actually getting married on my birthday, which is this Thursday. So that all happened really fast. And then the other thing that's been really magical, and I'm not sharing this with you to brag, but really my intention is to inspire you and to share with you what I do, because even though it seems magical from the outside, and I'm in total awe of it, of course, too, it is not magical. There's things that I do on a daily basis that contribute to stuff coming into my life with seeming ease now, and it wasn't like that at all for a long time. I struggled a lot. I was anorexic and bulimic for 10 years, from 11 till 21. Struggled a lot with myself and the world. And then I struggled with money a lot. I never made more than $10,000 in a year. Usually made less. Up until actually 4 years ago. Now my company's on track for 1 million this year. So it's not always been that way. I've been able to manifest some things really easily and others not, and never quite understood why. And as I'm getting older and learning more, I'm understanding more why things work the way they work. And so that makes me happy, because then I can share with you and hopefully impact your life in a positive way. So the last video I did, I think, was in May, and that was just a month ago, right before our engagement party. And we didn't shoot videos at the party, otherwise I would have showed you, because I had promised you to show you videos from there, but we just didn't. We only had one short clip, and my technical savvy is not savvy enough for me to put it in here. So it was a great party. It was a lot of people. And we were very grateful that everybody came and shared that special moment with us. But also in that last movie, I said, wow, okay, so this manifested really fast. So what's next? And I kind of jokingly said, well, the other thing that I've been saying for a long time that I've wanted. I mean, I remember wanting to have my own house since I've been 10. I remember being 10 and fantasizing about this. There was like this little tiny house where I was living in the neighborhood where I grew up. And I figured, well, it can't be more than $10,000 now. I could get 10,000 euro. Well, I think it was DM Deutschmark actually at that time. And I was just trying to figure out how I could get that money together to buy that house. And then I spent a lot of my teenage years fantasizing about having my own house and decorating it and like escaping in these daydreams. And so I was like, okay, the thing I really, really want is my own house. Well, guess what? As of yesterday, I'm a proud house owner. I spent an hour and a half total buying our first home, my first home, together with Paul. And a few weeks ago, we traveled to the Caribbean, Mayan Riviera. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. I hope that someday you can visit me there and come and do work with me there. I'm planning on hosting retreats there and doing lots of transformational events. So it's a beautiful place. It's warm. The place that I've been longing for, I've always envisioned being really green and just warm and and very slow paced and very healthy. And so Paul's aunt lives there, and that's how we got there. And so it's not magical, right? Things just happen in a way, very organically, when you're allowing yourself to really want what you want, right? I just had to give myself permission to want that house. I didn't know where. I didn't know I was going to end up there, but it's perfect. It's the perfect climate. It's the perfect environment. It's the perfect house for now. So I wanted to share it with you now. I also wanted to share with you, I just, my birthday is June 30th next week, and one of the practices that I have that I wanted to share with you today is that I journal. I have these big fat black books, and they usually last, they have enough pages for 6 months. So around Christmas of every year and around my birthday of every year, because my birthday happens to be the half mark for the year, I start a new book and I write in it. So this one I started last June. It says the super amazing second half of 2015. Super amazing second half of 2015. So I must have written it right around this time last year. And then I always start by writing my vision on the first page. And I'm encouraging, if you're not having a tradition like that, to take it on. And so the way I do the visioning is I project myself into the future. So I imagined it being June 30th, 2016. So right now, looking back. And I'm going to read this to you because as I was I haven't looked at this in a year. And I just picked it up by coincidence. And I read it, and every single thing in this, well, almost every single thing in this vision has come true. So, and I'm reading it to you so you can see the format. I always say, I am so grateful now that I'm in an amazing, committed, loving, conscious relationship. My business is bringing consistent 45K a month, and I'm on track for 1 million. So that came true. Oh my God, this is so exciting. I am blessed beyond my wildest dreams. I feel happy, secure, loved, and wealthy. I have a large audience, big influence, am respected in the coaching community, and have at least $45,000 in savings. Well, I did, but now we're buying the house. I'm super healthy, sexy, toned. I have an amazing energy all day long. I have amazing support, and my kids are the happiest kids on earth. Sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. Sorry. I love my life. I wake up every morning excited and grateful, and I go to bed feeling so blessed. So I was like, wow, oh my God. This is what's happening right now. So writing things down and looking at them, I do intermittent vision, and I write all my coaching when I work with my mentor. I write my ideas. I do journaling in the morning, not every morning, and I also have another ritual that I want to pass on to you. Call it the new moon manifestation. I adopted it from my good friend Amy Brooker, and so every new moon has a really great energy, and it's an energy vortex. So every new moon, I just put a few things down that I'm intending for that cycle to manifest, and that's another really magical tool, because most of the time when things are in alignment, they come true, and if something doesn't come into fruition, then it just wasn't meant to be. But most of the time, what I put down really comes true. And so, why is it that things come so seemingly easy to me now? And I might have talked about this before. The law of vibration states that, we're always manifesting. We're just manifesting at different levels of frequency. So there's the frequency of lower frequencies of shame and guilt, and then higher frequencies where you feel hopeful, and then even better frequencies, or we as humans say better or worse, but where you feel happy and blissful. And at any time, we're resonating and pulling opportunities towards us. And when I'm saying pulling, it's more like our brain, depending on which frequency we're at, which feeling state we're in, we interpret frequencies as feelings, right? When we're angry, our brain is literally shut down, and we can't see, we can't have creative thoughts, we can't have ideas, we can't be inspired. So to really simplify the manifestation process, if you can learn how to get yourself into a space where you're at peace and at harmony, then first of all, the energy that you're being is high vibrational and attracts high vibrational things to you. And also, because of the way your brain and brain chemistry works, you're in a relaxed state. And when you're in a relaxed state, you actually have access to your higher faculties of your brain, which are up here somewhere. The fight or flight is down here, and it's very instinctual, and all you can see is that the world wants something from you, and that you have to protect yourself, and fear-based and shut down, and the decisions you make they keep you stuck. They don't lead towards expansion and more, right? So when you can learn how to get yourself into a relaxed state most of the time, into a happy feeling state, and it's different for everyone, right? For some people it's going in nature, for others it's drawing. You have to figure out what makes you happy, right? Generally speaking, one of the greatest way I know how to feel good is lovemaking and moving and dancing and connecting with people. And that's just me. So when you can help yourself get into that space, then you have access to your creativity and to your higher faculties, and the high vibrational thoughts and ideas and can come in because you're all of a sudden, maybe you see a billboard that inspires a thought, or you see a license plate. Your brain gets triggered in different ways, and your subconscious, when you're in fight or flight or protection, you're very much just trying to survive, right? And when you're in survival mode, you're not creatively at your best. So yeah, it might seem that I'm repeating myself, but in some ways it's really that simple, and in many ways it's the hardest thing to be so disciplined and really make how you feel and what you give to yourself the top priority, right? A lot of my clients, especially like my business building clients, it's the hardest thing for them to realize that it's not about the how, it's not about the strategy, it's really about you getting yourself into a state where you can be optimally creatively inspired and creative. And then obviously you need to take action on the inspirations, but chances are when you're feeling good and when you're feeling excited about something and then you get the inspiration, that you're also going to do it because you can see the fulfillment of your desire, right? So this is just an invitation to give yourself complete permission to start leading a life based on what feels right and good to you, and making your self-care and your energy management and your emotional maintenance top priority. Yeah, I'm still in bed, as you can see. I love working in bed. It's a tradition we have. And yeah, I think that's it, what I wanted to share. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you can take something from this. My intention is to inspire you, and if you wanted to have more access to me and be in my world more, I actually have created an environment that's called the Blue Night Manifestation Circle. We get together twice a month. I do a group process. Sometimes it's an energy healing, sometimes it's a very practical exercise on how you can figure out your next best step when you're needing to decide, or yeah, just practical things. And then there's also time where you can get mini readings from me, and obviously coaching and your questions answered. And Paul's on those calls too, so we're doing them together. So if that's something you want to do, you want to be in our world, it's only $97 for an entire year. You get the whole library that's already created. The link to join is going to be in the description for this video. So, and we're going to have a live event next year, so I might get to see you. I am wishing you a happy weekend and sending you all my love. Bye for now.